Philip, a frustrated UPS driver, had spent nearly an hour trying to deliver a package to a seemingly deserted warehouse. With no one around to sign for it, he pushed open a creaking door and entered a dimly lit hallway, muttering curses under his breath. Suddenly, from the shadows, a horrifying monster jumped out, its open mouth and sharp claws lunging at him with terrifying speed. His screams echoed through the empty corridors, cut short as the beast decapitated him in one swift, brutal motion. A week later, 3 friends, Jojo, Allison, and Polly, were walking their dog, Twin, near the edge of town. Twin, a lively French bulldog, suddenly perked up and bolted toward the old warehouse.
Twin!
Allison yelled, sprinting after the dog. Jojo and Polly exchanged a glance and followed. They arrived at the entrance just in time to see Twin dart into the open door.
Of course, he runs into the fucking creepiest place possible.
Jojo muttered, rolling his eyes. Polly hesitated.
I don't know about this, guys. I don't want to get butt-fucked by any monsters. Maybe we should just wait outside?
Allison shook her head.
We can't just leave him in there. Stop acting like some pussies. We have to go in.
Without waiting for a response, she stepped into the dark corridor, the others reluctantly following. They found themselves in a long, narrow hallway that stretched into darkness on either side, muffling the sounds of the outside world.
We should split up,
Jojo suggested, his voice echoing in the empty corridor.
Allison and I will go left. Polly, you take the right.
Polly hesitated.
What the fuck? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You just want a ghost to skull fuck me, don't you?
How in the hell can a ghost skull fuck you, Polly?
Jojo responded. Allison, her nerves on edge, snapped.
Will you two shut the fuck up? We need to find Twin.
Polly sighed, rubbing the back of his neck.
Fine, but I'm not feeling good about this.
Hey, maybe you'll run into a big titty demon bitch who'll suck the soul out of you. Yell if you do.
Jojo snickered. With a reluctant nod, Polly turned right while Allison and Jojo headed left. The sound of their footsteps faded, leaving Polly alone in the silent hallway. He began talking to himself, hoping the sound of his own voice would keep the fear at bay.
I hope Jojo gets raped by a leprechaun. Fucking idiots wanted to split up. Fuck.
Polly muttered, his heart pounding in his chest. The walls seemed to close in around him, the air thick and humid with an unseen presence. He stopped abruptly when he saw a door at the end of the hallway, glowing with a mysterious red light. The glow pulsated, beckoning him closer. Polly's instincts screamed at him to turn around, but something compelled him forward. With trembling hands, he reached for the doorknob and pushed it open. A wave of heat hit him as the door creaked, revealing a grotesque creature lurking in the red, illuminated room. It was a mass of flesh, sharp teeth, and huge eyes glinting at him with savage hunger. The creature locked its gaze on Polly, who felt his blood run cold, and attacked him. Polly barely got away, now bloodied and in horror shock, stumbled back down the hallway, his breath coming in ragged gasps. He could feel the blood pouring out his chest, right underneath his neck. Panic surged as he gargled out for Jojo and Allison, his voice cracking with terror. But before he could gather his thoughts, another horrifying monster emerged from the darkness at the other end of the hallway. Polly's eyes widened as he whispered.
Fuck.
Meanwhile, Jojo and Allison had somehow gotten separated. Allison, feeling a strange pull within her, fell to her knees. Pain shot through her hands as they twisted and morphed, claws sprouting from her fingertips. She gasped, her vision blurring as something dark and evil took over her mind. Jojo, now alone, wandered aimlessly through the endless halls. He reached a door, his hand hovering over the knob.
Did she go in here?
He thought, but uncertainty gnawed at him. Summoning his courage, he opened the door, only to be greeted by a hideous creature lunging toward him. Jojo's scream caught in his throat as he slammed the door shut, adrenaline propelling him down the hallway. As he ran, hands and claws shot out from the walls, trying to grab him. He narrowly escaped their grasp and found another door. Desperate, he opened it, but his relief turned to horror at the sight of dismembered body parts scattered across the floor. Jojo turned to flee, only to see a massive monster glaring at him with menacingly evil, hungry eyes. He leaped over the gore and sprinted down the corridor, but his foot caught on something. Looking down, he saw Polly's bloodied remains, blood pooling beneath him. Tears blurred Jojo's vision as he stumbled forward, reaching for another door. With a shaky breath, he opened it, praying for an escape. But instead, he found Allison, or what used to be Allison transformed into a monstrous version of herself, advancing on him with murderous intent. Jojo turned to run, but another creature appeared behind him, blocking his path. Surrounded, he had nowhere to go, the walls closing in as the monsters approached.
Now I am here, a damned shell of a creature in this forsaken hallway of death. I once was Jojo, a young man with dreams and hopes. But now, I am trapped in this nightmare, doomed to wander these cursed halls forever. I can feel the cold air, the despair, and the echoes of my friends' screams, and I know there is no escape. This hallway butt-fucked me. It butt-fucked all of us.